The yoga bandhas are the spontaneous byproduct of our deepening practice. As we explore the advanced stages of Hatha Yoga and we grow the observances, they will just make their presence felt. That's inevitable. It's the natural course. So when you're able to feel the yoga bandhas now dominating your practices, it means you're ready to transition from a physical-based practice to a more energetic and spiritual dimensions, and meditative as well. Yes, the asana will always be part of you. Once a hatha yogi, always a hatha yogi. But you will feel this transition that only specific ones are enough to feel the presence of your inner body. Whereas in the past, we enjoy the many variety of the techniques because they feel good and they make us stronger. They're fancy, they're complex. But you've been there already, so you can't be bothered anymore. Because you know deep within you is something which is more, I say, profound, deep, and spiritual. All right. The yoga bandhas are like the teacher. Yeah, they are like our guide, which allows us to tackle the journey safely and progressively and meaningfully. Right? You will still perform the asana, that's for sure. Yeah, but you're going to utilize the bandhas in accomplishing them. From my personal practice, yeah, I also felt that I don't need much time practicing the asana. 30 minutes in the morning and 30 minutes at night would suffice. Whereas before, I practiced hours. Yeah? Because by performing asana with the bandhas, I could already attain the openness I need for my breath to flow. Because yoga bandhas, aside from confining and sealing the energy, yoga bandhas has a function, has a potential of directing your breath to deeply rooted stagnation clogging the body so you can continue your cleansing. And the asana will be there, yeah, to allow and pave way for the opening of the inner body so you can direct the energy there. So you can clear and purify those points. Now, the time allotted in the past would have to be diverted to the practice of pranayama. Pranayama is really one powerful technique, yeah, in opening and awaken dormant centers the asana cannot touch, and purify those centers of imperfections. And then when the inner body, the nadis, are open and purified of imperfections, we can absorb more energy out of the breath. We can store the energy there. So this will serve as our energetic buffer in times, for example, of sadhana or retreats, meditation, where we limit our consumption of food. Because by limiting the material, the composition of our inner body, we can awaken the dormant centers. So this is now when you're slowing down the functions of the autonomic system, slow down your digestion, even slow down your cardiorespiratory function, and slow down the brain activity. When the autonomic functions are bare to the minimum, the subtle energy resurfaces. Because behind the senses is the spirit. So now this is now where we're separating between the sensorial function of our existence from the spiritual dimension we all came from, actually. All right. So by learning how to utilize the bandhas in entering that void, entering that dimension between the physical and the spirit, we can now feel what's behind the senses which block us. And this is now where the pratyahara, the dissolution of the senses, become easy to attain. Without the bandhas, it's very difficult to separate the senses from the spirit. The yoga bandhas make us make those happen, make those subtle composition happen, so we can ride on the subtleness of our energy. Good. And then because yoga bandhas are able to harness more energy into your body, this excess energy that you harness within, you store within, transmute into subtle compositions. And I've talked about this countless times. The spada, or the vibration, and the sound, the nada. And we're going to utilize these two powerful but so subtle elements in meditation. And then when we focus on those subtle composition, we attain the state of what? Dharana. Dharana is this intense focus to a certain object. And then we have that object, to meditate upon either the sound or the spanda, the vibration, or a combination. For some people, this could appear as visions, images, shapes and patterns as they meditate. And these are mudras now. All right? So now I hope you understand the pattern. Mudras, therefore, in my practice, are not conscious. Yes. So there are conscious techniques of mudra, for example, the eyes, the shambhavi, the tongue, even the fingers, but they happen to me organically. When I focus on the spanda or the nada, my eyes will just lift up there. I could feel it magnetize the brain. So I actually didn't practice the Shambhavi Mudra a lot. I know how to do the Shambhavi Mudra, but for me, Shambhavi Mudra is more organic. It's more spontaneous. Even the hand, when my body is so absorbed by the energy, my hands will just move distinctively, but not. They look similar, but not perfect. Like they're crooked, and then they are moving in distinctive ways. Even my tongue. When the body is absorbed with that energy, your tongue will just pave way for the spontaneous mudra. We call them kriyavatis. Mudras that are not done consciously. They happen spontaneously. And even the asana. So there are asanas that probably you alone do. Like it's your own asana. Because there's no similar ones in the text. Those are guhyasanas. Like they are asana, but it's your personal asana. You didn't learn that asana from anywhere else. It's your asana. But they look similar to a traditional asana. And probably you've been doing them already because they feel good. By doing them, you allow the imperfections in the stagnation to dissolve, and therefore they're your personal asana, guhyasanas. And kriyavatis are mudras done spontaneously. All right. So now, as we become more attuned to the subtleness, the senses slow down even more. And this leads to further deepening our meditation until such time, that we can, just stay, in a state where we're not sleeping, neither we're awake. So this limbo, this void, and that's the dhyana actually. But this stages happen really quickly. There's they're not separate. They happen one after the other in quick succession. But by practicing this over and over again, you'll be able to distinguish the differences between the solution of the senses, the dharana, the dhyana, and then the samadhi happens so quickly actually. Like they're actually one, there's four, pratyahara, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. They're actually, when they happen, they just feels like they're one because they happen in quick succession. But practicing meditation and mastering the meditation actually would allow you to understand, this is actually pratyahara and not dharana. This is dharana and not dhyana. This is samadhi and not dhyana. Because you will be able to witness each stage of transition. And the bandha shall allow us to feel them, to understand them, because the bandhas keep us awake, keep us aware as we tackle those stages of our meditation. So yes, bandhas, are more than just physical. Really. Yes, you could make use of them when you do your, for example, your asana, but they're meaningful, more profound benefit happens during meditation. Right. And then this is actually the essence of Hatha Yoga. This is the goal of Hatha Yoga. The goal of Hatha Yoga, we develop the bandhas not just for the body. We develop the bandhas not just for the breath. We develop the bandhas, we use the bandhas in really understanding who we are. The divine personality behind and hidden in the body. Beautiful. Good. Thank you for listening. I'll see you in the next one. Namaste. Bye-bye.